make mine thicker. I like it thicker. I'm going to put some yellow as well in here. Just notice I got some spots where I need some yellow. Alright. There. Voila. Now I'm going to come back and make it even thicker in a little bit. Right? I am. And I'm going to put a couple of these little spots where I see just where I see blue, right? Right there. Right? And I also see a few blue spots where his tail feathers are coming down. So I'm just putting a few streaks, right? No problem. Now I'm going to do I think I'm going to do the yellow last, right? Maybe not. Maybe I'll do some yellow right now. It's fun. But yellow and blue make green. So you need to clean your brush a lot. And you might want to mix a little white with your yellow to make it a little stronger, a little more opaque, right? Because yellow is transparent. And so you want to make it a little more opaque so it'll sit on top of those blue feathers there. And I'm going heavy duty with a lot of paint, right? If you need more paint, please come get it. It's fine. All right? So I'm going to get a little bit of white. Try not to touch the blue. And I'm going to get some yellow. Where it might be a little reddish. We'll see. Try not to mix it up too much. I'm going to try to go really thick this time. And I'm going to put some really cool looking brush marks. Voila! See how thick that is? Don't even care. I'm wasting paint like crazy. Look at that. Voila! And I'm going to put a few more there. Keep doing it. And I see some over here on this side as well. I'm not pressing down very hard. I don't want it to mix with that blue paint. And so, it will and it'll turn green. Put a little more here. That. I don't need one. Now I'm going to put me some yellow streaks down here. So I think it's fun. And I'm kind of looking at the shapes of these feathers coming off the back. Kind of fans out, right? I like that. These kind of tend to stay straight right here. We'll leave those alone. But they do kind of a little whoop-de-doo up here. All right, now, got a little bit of that yellow in. I'm going to put some red. We're going to go with a lot of red. Yeah, red and yellow don't mix too bad, so it's not that big a deal. But yellow and blue make green. So I'm going real thick paint here. You see that? Doing something really impasto. You know, doing these little on top of each other, overlapping little like shingles on a house almost. Right? Think about the feathers. What do they feel like touching, right? All right. Getting it. We're doing some cool stuff. And I like to start from the bottom. That time I didn't. But I do like to start from the bottom because every time you hit the canvas just above where you painted, it kind of puts a new layer on top. And the feathers kind of lay on top of each other as they go down. So it's better to paint from the bottom up. Like, see how I'm doing this now? Kind of moving towards the top. It's super thick. I don't do this very often. This is going to be impasto. And I love it. Be kind of cool and exciting. It's like very fun. All right, now I'm going to put a really thick top on this guy. It's the top of his head right there. And I'm going to put a little bit of red going down his back right here. Then, I think I'm ready to start painting his face. and putting a little bit of, I want to mix a little bit of this red with my yellow. I'm going to make a little orangey color, something right in the middle, orange. And I'm actually going to put, where I see orange, I'm going to put this orangish color. So I kind of see some on the top of his head and around here, like that. It kind of really blended it onto his back. I see a couple spots that are kind of orange right here. They're not so red, they're not so yellow, right? Like that. And that's pretty good. And then down here in his feathers, really a lot of oranges and whites and reds. So I'll go ahead and make those feathers now. I'm going to try to do that. All right, I'm getting a lot of paint on my paintbrush because it sometimes takes a lot to make one of these feathers. Now I'm touching it barely, and the pressure is increasing as I am coming up towards this bird. You see that? And I'm twisting too, right at the end. All right, so made this kind of dagger shaped looking thing. Now I usually do this in a very much faster motion so that I get a little angle to it. And so since I didn't on that one, I'm actually going to put another one right there. Shing, like that. No problem. I like it. And so that's what I'm doing. Coming up, I'm putting pressure as I'm going towards the bird. See how that one worked out just right? See that? I got this cool red and orange. That's a good straight looking feather like that. And I'm going to just vary it. We'll put some red now and do the same thing. I'm actually going to touch one side of my brush with white, because I think that's a cool thing to do. So I'll have a little highlight, and now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just drag up, barely touch, and come way up. Right now. There we go. Just going to slowly but surely mess with this thing until I like it. I'm going to do some white with my little orange color that I made. I'm going to put a little white in there with that orange. I'm going to make it really pretty white actually, but just a little bit of an orange tint. That's what I see. I'm actually going to get my smaller brush. That one's pretty big. And I'm going to make it look a little cooler. So I like the smaller one for this. Still like getting heavy paint though. I'm not using small amounts of paint. Now I'm going to try to paint some of these feathers that are more highlighted. They go like that. Alright. Just a few highlights here and there. Alright, let's put one right here. We'll make it a little different here in a little bit. There's so much paint, it's got to dry a little bit. Alright, that's how I like my little bird so far. Now, it doesn't look like a bird at all until you paint its face, right? And then it'll start to look a lot like a bird. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to paint some details in its face. Especially the black part will start to make him look like a bird. Believe it or not. So make sure I got some black paint or some dark colored paint. Don't have to be black. Let's do a rule against painting black paint. I discourage pure black, but I use something called Payne's Gray a lot. It's close to black. That's what I'm actually taking. Something called Payne's Gray. Now there we go. We're going to put his bottom in. All right, cool. That looks cool. And he's kind of dark right here. And the most important thing that makes him look like a bird is to put his eyeball. He won't look like anything at all until you put an eyeball on him. So I'm just guessing about, it's in the middle somewhere right here. We're just going to put put his eyeball about right here, like that, like that. That's where we'll put his eyeball. Then I'm going to start to paint a few little streaks where I think I should. All right. Just some little lines. They're almost like a zebra up here. And so I think it's fun. Right? There. There. Right there. More. Like that. All right. Now I'm going to make this piece a little bigger too because it's not big in my mind. Do a white and put a little more beak on this bird. Yeah, I like that a little better. Wow. That's thick, huh? And I like the fact that I'm gonna reinforce the fact that it's white right here with this white paint. I'm just painting in between these black lines. That's okay. Right? With some white. So you can still see that green background back here. I really don't want to, right? I want to see the bird. I want to say I hate this bird already, but not all of them, just kind of. Isn't that funny? All right, now I really don't. I really like this bird. All right, let me step back. Step back and look at my bird. He needs something. He needs a little more orange on the top of his head, I think. His head's a little bit flat. And I'm gonna put this little mark up right here. Somewhere in there. A little bit of that motion. And I'm gonna give him a little bit of a yellow up there as well. That is as yellow as I can make it. Right around in here. So I think he's got a little bit of yellow right here. And some up here as well. All right. That's good. We'll let that part dry. All right. Now I'm using my small brush and I fine tune some of these feathers a little bit. You don't have to. Actually make them more green. All right. Now, I'm going to let this part dry for a second because I need it to put a little more stuff on it. All right, I'm going to come look and see what y'all got. So I'm sure y'all this is fantastic. Beautiful. Yes. You want to make it more pink? Oh. Okay. Yeah, go with a little more white. And we'll make it a little more. Absolutely. Yeah, you put it on top. Just try a little touch. Look. You know what's cool about it? You can try a little bit, and if you don't like it, you can use a paper touch, and it'll come right off. So you can do a little experimentation, right? So a little more pinky, right? Is that a little more pinky for you? Yeah, so a little more white and a little more red. And then, if you didn't like that, like this, just put a little water on it. Yeah. Have fun and experiment. Have fun. There'll be some pretty closures of it. All right, let me see what everybody has. Oh, I love that. It's cool. I like it. Here we get sort of paint something that's very good. Don't be secret. It's all about experimenting with some new techniques. Now, I know yours would be good, and I like yours. It's very different. Treble clef with a rainbow staff there. I don't know. That's what I think about. Let me see. Bird-ish. Yeah, what are you talking about? It's boring.
His wing looks, I don't know how to
minute, right? Let him push the question. Let him try.
Okay, because I keep messing it up.
Yeah. See this little highlight?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that on my book in a minute. This is highlight. Part of this one. Part of it. You can always just let him try to make it. Right now, everything is
It's scary. And it's like,
a little.
yeah.
Little space.
Thank you.
Where's your shrimp? Not this time, right? No shrimp this time? Oh, I thought so. I know that's your style. But don't you like this space some different?
Yeah.
It's good though. What? They're all cool. Yeah, your work is exceptional. I like it. It's very creative. You're having fun. You are? All right. That's all I can tell you. The composition, especially with the, you're leaving the frame there. I see that. Yeah. A little bit hanging over. Reverse the thing. Works. What you got going on? In the heart. Nice. You're still working on the background. Rock star. We're here making some cosmic chaos with
Stop. That's a wing one.
it's free. I love it.
Right.
I love it. I'm going to smile you right here. Whoa! Very, very. And so that's very avant-garde, my friend. It is. It is striking. The C is a capital C, and it really has a C shape. What's your name? Gold. Nice to meet you. Good name. And your background is very nice. Almost like you're going to have some oak leaves or something. Looks really pretty. You're having fun. No, it's okay. You're doing good. Well, paint for more years. That's it. That's it. All right, everybody's having fun. That's Yep. So, all right. Now that I've seen everybody what they're doing, I'm gonna change mine completely. You're leaving? Wait now. Your mom needs a duck. Don't leave without your duck, please. Right? So everybody gets one. Right? If you want one. These are different from the other ducks.
They're bigger, aren't they?
They are bigger.
Did they say something different?
No. They say exactly the same thing. At the bottom they say made in China. If they have a duck factory in Pasadena, I'll buy them from here, I promise. Alright. Somebody needs to create a rubber duck factory here in town. I would like that very much. Hello.
Hi.
Muy much. He does. I love it. It's your room. I'm surprised. More ducks on the way. Thank y'all for coming.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We will try to join your kids' class.
We got 2 more ducks over here. All right. How many folks do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Including me, we'll make 17. Wonderful. All right. we got a full long time to go. It's only a 6:40. We are just cracking the surface of this thing. So I'm glad because I'm not happy with my heritage yet. And so I'm gonna put a little bit of highlight motion on this guy. And so it's kind of what I'm thinking he needs. So a little white red. I want something to go right in there. This. There we go. That looks a little better. Now I'm putting a few of these, a little bit of fashion statement strokes on his feathers here with a little white and my red, just to make it a little bit of a highlight color. So you add a little white to the pure red. It's going to be a little bit lighter. I'm not touching everywhere. I'm just peeking over it. I'm just thinking about where the light might hit this bird. I'm putting a few dabs here and there of this, right? So it's going to make a little more. It's here in a minute. All right, here we go. And I want a few little white strokes down here. Notice how this is starting to look a little different. I like it. Results. All right. Yeah. I'm going to do something crazy. I've been known to. And I'm going to put me a white streak like right there. So I want to really separate that guy. Somebody was kind of struggling with that earlier. What do you do? You want to put a highlight? Put a bold highlight. That's awesome. It's all good. I'm going to do. I like somebody else looked at theirs. They had some real hair going on their hair. I think I'm gonna go with a little bit too. Ooh, just to be like them.
Yeah.
Give a little spiky hair. All right, now I'm gonna go with some white. You don't have to do that. Don't do everything I do. Please, love chicken on Fridays. Do not do that. Do as I say, not as I do. Do something cool. All right, I'm liking that better even now. All right. Really liking it better. Just put more detail. Just a little more. Not a lot, but a little more. I don't like that going down. And I don't like it about Eric. So. Okay. Now, kind of have some of the similar problems that I see in some other things. There's no bad students, just bad teachers, right? So I'm going to actually take a much smaller brush and fix some of my problems. And you have a smaller brush as well, so feel free to do so. I'm going to get some red. I'm going to make some really straight-ish lines here and there. Really straight. How freaking non-straight that is. Awesome. All right, fun times. Light on one side. I do want some highlights there. And I want my line to be small. Pretty tough to do that on liner brush. I even have one, but y'all know so that would be not fair. Yeah. What's that? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. How more. Just more small. Really need something straight down there. Something hardcore heavy duty. And I'm thinking it needs to be bright yellow just to make my tail feathers better. So that's what I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna get me this brush I got. Biggest chunk of this I can get. Here's everything. Oh, I try to get a huge chunk of yellow down there. I like that. So right here. There we go. A little better. Get one more right here. Alright. Something like that. Okay. And now, while I have the yellow on my brush, a bit more yellow here as well. I want a little spot. And so I'm going to use a little thicker paint. Put it in. So it'll really help make it a little more bright when you put a little thicker paint. Okay. Ah, that's got a fiery head. All right. Here we go. Now I'm going to play with the yellow a little bit, but not with this red paint on here. Boy, that red is so strong. Red is very strong. You touch it with your brush, you're painting red or orange, that's it. So, I try not to go over. Make sure everything is covered. There we go. Going up to the red, but not touching it. Just filling in some little gaps I see here and there. Very thick chunk of paint. All right, cool. Get better. Right? Each layer will make your painting a little better. Every time I'll come on. If your painting is a little off, you're just not done working with it, to be honest. All right. Now, clean my brush a little more, and I'm going with straight up blue. With a different color blue too. A little lighter. Shrunken makes a little white here really good. I have a lighter blue, so I'm gonna, which I think is closer to the blue y'all have actually. I like it better too. I'll re-emphasize my feathers. This blue. Still blue. All right. How about you? Are y'all blue? Not really. Are pretty quiet though. Why? Everybody's focused?
Yes.
All right, cool, man. All right, zone out. Re-emphasize it when I don't care too much. Now, those yellow. That makes green, that's what I want. So I'm gonna do something crazy. Reach up here with my paper towel and eliminate that sucker. Wow. All right. Now, back to blue. I think there's a Beatles song called Paint It Black or something. Paint It Blue. There we go. Touching the yellow, and I keep getting green, so I don't want to touch the yellow. So be real careful to clean that yellow off my brush. I want to keep my blue as pure as possible. I think it's fun that way. Put a couple more dashes over here. That's better. And I'll really stretch this one out. 1, 2, one. He's bigger. I like that. Not a lot bigger, but a little bit. All right. Sometimes it's just fun to look at your painting and think, what can I do to it, you know? Or do I want to do anything to it? I don't know. Maybe I'll just break the rules and put a darker blue right here. Because my parrot is different than this painting. I think it's just more interesting. I think that's kind of cool, actually. I like that. Let's do that. In fact, it's down here too, I think. There we go. That's about it for that. Now, I'll let my bird dry off of here. I'm going to put a little more white on its feet, make it a little stronger. He's got a strong beak, he's a stronger bird, right? I told you. I don't think so. But they do have kind of a big beak. Right here. I want to really paint across it. Emphasize this beak.
They have a little touch of blue on the
They do. It's hard for me to see, but I did see that. Very much so they do. Right down at the end. So, just because you said so, I'm going to put that little touch of blue in mine. So it's like that little thing right here, right? There we go. I like that. I like a few more of these little things right there. All right. Now, obviously, if this thing was super dry, I would go back and put some little white streaks. Different places I see on the feather, and that would make a lot of more detail, right? And so I'm going to do a few just so you can see like that. See that? So a little streak here and there. That actually, you don't have to do one. It'll actually just start to bead the thing. You see? Now I'm going to do it really abstract. Put a few heavier ones up top because I really see these a little stronger in these feathers right here. It's actually a special name for them. I can't remember what it was, but it's always these feathers about right here. You notice you see these strong white lines about right here. And it really makes a difference when you put those. Really does make some convincing, a lot more convincing. Now, just looking at each wing, each bark, I'm just adding some details, right? And some of the details I'm adding are some highlights, so I think that makes a huge difference, right? And so that's what I'm putting in, a few highlights, which is just white paint. And I touch it. See how that looks a little different already? Just a few little highlights. You don't have to go crazy with it. In fact, don't. Less is more, for sure, on this, right? And so I see a little highlight down here. Put it in. See a few right here. May have to get a little thicker paint to do, but that's okay. All right. See a few right here that are pretty thick. I like that one. Okay, so right there, that's kind of cool. There seems to be something right up here. There we go. Maybe something like right here. And for sure on the tops of these. couple of feathers right here, there's some white. Not pure white, but I'm going with that, because it'll blend, so, actually. They're so thick. Kind of will help define the directionality of your feathers. These little highlights will a lot of good for that. Swipe off some of these ones that don't like. Go. Use a little bigger brush. Don't know why. Now I'll put a couple white streaks in here like this. I'm just thinking this back here. That. There we go. Maybe a few right here too. I don't know, wing tip. Right on the feather tips, right? That's kind of cool. Cool look. Helps them out quite a bit. Distinguish them. All right, that's it. I'm not going to do too much more crazy stuff. It's going to start to get fun. All right, that's it. That's it for that pair, right? Good enough. I'm cool with it. Yeah. I want to paint this other pair. Maybe. I might put him over here somewhere. Or I might just put another one, small one. Flying. I don't know if I left a lot of room for this other pair, to be honest. But, let me just look at what you are doing for a second and work on a few details in the background. And so I'm going to go around one more time, see how you are doing. Pretty cool. Okay. All right. It is closer to pink. Very much so. I always call it pink. Who's to say what shade of pink it is? That's pink, right? Well, that's like spot on, just about. Spot on. I think you've got the right acid dry that pinks up this, right? Yeah. Let it chill out. Let it have fun, right? All right. But I love everybody's painting. Now, your painting is exceptional. I'm talking to this gentleman right here. He is doing great. My goodness. He's painting the shadows. I love it under those feathers. Just lifting them up. You guys need to come check his painting out. Quite awesome. It is. It is. It's one of the better ones in here. For sure. It's so hard sometimes to put some depth where things are the same color. So, and the way to do that sometimes is to actually smooth this part out for a little bigger and a little wider. But you probably have to let it dry. So, and this one. What? So does mine. That's kind of crazy looking. I think the one I painted yesterday looked better. I should have painted something else. All right, man. I could just kick back and let y'all do my work. We are doing cruising. That one's fantastic. That's good. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna try to paint that little bird or something while we have done, while we're having fun. And so, certainly don't want to crowd too much stuff on this painting, but I kind of like it the way it is. But I think I may put one more little bird somewhere in the back. Very small somewhere. I don't think where. Maybe not. All right. Let's. Yeah. I think I'm gonna leave that other bird out. I'm not gonna put him in there. I don't think it adds to the painting at all. I think it would take away. So instead, I'm just gonna work on the background, and I'm gonna work on my bird a little more. But it's already kind of overworked for an impasto bird, so I'm gonna kind of let him dry, leave him alone, re-emphasize some of the darks, and That's the fun part. So, kind of decide what you want to do. All right. And so, now, the gentleman over here, he is actually using a technique to lift some of his feathers by putting some shadows under them. And I think it's cool, so I'm going to kind of show you what he's doing. And I think it's kind of cool, especially on this part of the wing right here. And so I'm using a little bit of black. He's kind of going and making a few shapes like this, right? He's kind of coming in, looking at his reference photo, making a few shapes. And that's going to give this bird a little bit of shadow, right? And so what's going to do is going to make those feathers tend to want to lift up, right? They're going to want to be a little bit higher. So I think it's worth doing. I think it's kind of cool. So what we're going to do it. We're going to let the gentleman in the back really kind of show the way here. I like what he did, so we're going to do it too. If you want, using a little bit of black. All right. Not everywhere, but just a few places. Put a few of these shadows. And a couple up here. And then we're going to use some highlights to lift those feathers up a little more, which is a really cool technique. That's why I was doing that. Very fun. And you can do some black understones of it. But you don't have to, right? And so that's pretty cool. And we'll even put a few marks in here. Kind of drive that back a little bit. Give them a little bit of shadow up here. Pretty cool. Like it. Right. Now, we're going to put a little bit of highlight on top of that. And that was what's going to cause those feathers to lift up a little bit. Give you a little more three-dimensionality to your painting, which is fun. I'm going to make my red a little lighter this time. So it's a little more of a right. So I haven't done anything pure white, so I can go a little brighter if I want to, right? And so I'm just going to just touch the edge of those feathers. See that? Just the edge, right? Close to the white, actually. I mean, close to where that black is. Watch what happens to these feathers. They're going to start to lift up. And they're going to be higher than the ones that are right? And that's what the gentleman did. And I thought it really added to his painting over there. Really does. And I like what he did, so we're going to go ahead and incorporate it. And so, all right. For that. It's cool. Anyway, so you see now how these feathers seem to be on top of the other ones. And you can work with that, fuss with it if you want, but I'm not going to. It's that's the technique, is to put a little shadow and a little highlight on top, and that's going to raise that feather up off the other ones. And that give your bird a little more three-dimensionality and a little depth. The gentleman with the phone, what's your name?
David.
David.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember you, but I didn't remember your name, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
David, his bird's fantastic, guys and gals. It really is. And it's got a lot of good structure in this painting. Not overdone, not perfect. Best one in here, for sure. Except for mine. Mine's always the best, but you know, I try a lot to win. I'm very competitive. I can't lose. And so it's not the best, but I've got a huge canvas, so that's a cheat right there. It doesn't have the opportunity to advance me. Okay, tiny little brushes. I make sure that I have the edge. So I'm just re-emphasizing some pieces while we're waiting for this dry a little bit. I like that. I might even put a few things in the background that are fun. I don't know. Some different little marks here and there. This is fun stuff. They say painting is not painting. So there's a little black in it. We use any black and it's just not painting it. Or dark colors. So I'm going just to darken a few areas. Like how that is. Just to break it up. So a little too bright over here. A few marks. Just so that there's just not so much stark white over there. Come back and add a few cool. Do something cool like some flowers. I might be better than trying to paint that word. You actually try to paint something like a flower, bird of paradise or something. That's what I think I might try to do, something like that. Just grab a little blue, a little green, a little bit of blue, and a little bit of green, and a touch of white. Make some kind of crazy shape about right here. That. And something like that. Like that. Maybe like that. Alright. Let's do that. I don't know if that's right, but it's close. We'll see what it looks like. Then we're going to put some red and some yellow streaks in this flower, just to make it look like there's a cool tropical flower in the foreground with this bird. And so, get another brush, like that. Here it's red. I'll put this little red somewhere in here. I don't even really remember what one of these looks like. Something like that, and it's got some yellows and orange, I think. Could be completely off. I really don't know. We're going to do something. Y'all tell me. This is my jungle. This is my jungle and it has pretty flowers. Alright. Okay. Something like that. Alright, give it a little right there. Something like that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty fun. I'll just do a few little back here in the background. Marks that make it a bit more interesting. Almost like there's a few more back here somewhere. Very small ones. Maybe one more right here. There we go. That's kind of cool. Adds a little something. I like it. Yellow kind of things. I'm just thinking about balance and kind of how I like to paint. I don't like it at all, but you know, I don't always paint winners. Right? Not always. I don't love everything. There we go. Now, I'm starting to like this one better. Maybe that's what I need. I'm just kidding. I absolutely adore everything I do. Financially, every way possible. All right, so if it's a cellar, I really love it, right? Look at that thing, that's kind of making it a lot cooler.
Yeah, and you put him up, and I like that you got his face too.
All right. All right, what do we think? How's that? Makes it a little better.
Yep.
Yes or no?
Yes.
All right, cool. We're gonna keep those little flowers in there. And I think I'm going to sign mine here. So I think I'm gonna overwork it and I don't wanna do that, right? We'll let it dry. Wait overnight. I might mess with it again and I may give it to my friend as a prize. Hey friend. Say, here you go. Here's an awesome painting. Put it in your house. Right here. Living room. I'm just kidding. Actually, I know what I might do. Anybody gonna join me at the Fairmont location? Anybody going to the Fairmont location?
Yeah.
That's gonna be I don't know, y'all know better than me. If y'all looked at the schedule to see when the painting class is at the Fairmont?
I didn't see one.
There is.
I don't think they put it on the
It's on the,
calendar
it's on the
yet.
calendar, it is on the calendar.
It will be.
It is?
It
Yes,
will
on the
be.
printed out calendars, you can find out there,
It's like next
July.
month, I think, it's in July.
It is on the one out there?
Mhm, it's on there. The adult is on the back side, and it's down there in July.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign this one, but, y'all go to that one, I may have a few more prizes, and, we'll do something else fun. Maybe we'll paint something else. What would y'all like for me to paint? A cat? An animal? I haven't done that yet. And so, I will pick one. I'm not opposed to it. Anybody else? Cat?
Wildflowers.
Wildflowers?
night sky.
White?
Wild.
Wildflowers for the cat.
Indian paintbrushes.
Okay. Well,
The night sky.
with the night sky.
Like with the moon and the
Yeah,
stars.
okay. That'll be hard to combine, but I'm gonna try it. We'll have us a cat, some wildflowers, and somewhere off in the distance, we'll have a sky, but I don't know. All right, so we'll do that. We'll do a sunset, landscape, cat up close, in some
Oh,
wildflowers.
and the cat with the moon.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll put the same, I'll put a reference photo for the moon. So if y'all wanna do the moon park, I wanna do some, like sunset, something like that. That's what I'll try to do. We'll see. I may change my mind and do like a tuna fish. I don't know. Or a whale. I really don't like big cats. Y'all ask me. This is y'all's fault. Alright, here we go. And now I'm gonna, when I sign something, a lot of times I will put some squigglies in my painting, that same color, so it doesn't stand out so much. You use this as sort of some binds. I think that would be cool. Put a few here and there. Break it up a little more even, kind of neat that way. Just don't go too crazy with it. Few marks. There we go. I did say I was gonna re-emphasize this beacon stuff. I need to do that. So that'll make a big difference in this burger. So I'm gonna do it. The cool thing is you could just keep on going, right? You could let this dry and paint a whole bunch more layers of this. You could just keep on painting. You could paint it this thick if you want. I have friends that paint their paintings this thick sometimes, with that much of cost though, changing it up and doing things. And it actually You gotta let it dry fully before you commit to the next level of craziness. so you gotta, if you want to take it to the next level of crazy, you better let it dry up a little bit. So what I'm doing is building a little contrast on these lines in his face. I think that'll help my bird. See? I think it does. Just looking at him, slowly deciding what I like and don't. I think that makes a big difference. I like it. He's pretty cool. I like that. All right. That's it. The end. Everybody have fun? All right. It's like 7:15, so that's like El Primo perfect to finish mine. Now y'all have plenty of time. You have another 10, 15 minutes. Y'all have fun. And if you don't mind, David, can you hold up your painting for the rest of the folks to see? Everybody take a look at this. Hold it up high. That's something.
It's like,
It's awesome.
That kind of photography that looks like it's not photography. There's a name for it. Instead of it being a painting that looks
Photorealism?
realistic, it's like
It's photorealism, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it's very good. Very good. Anyway, I just wanted y'all to see that. If you don't mind, hold your painting up. And it's different, right? It's cool. Go ahead and hold yours up. See what we've done. And I want y'all to hold yours up. Hold them up high. If you're close, hold them up as high as you want. And I would like to say our birds will stand out too. And so are these two. So hold them up high, flip them around. And so upside down. Sideways. That's cool. You're growing as an artist. All right. Y'all can hold up, especially hold yours up. That one there. This is original. It's her idea. And I think it's kind of cool. Took the frame there. And I know you are not done, but it's cool enough. And I want you to hold it up. No? Okay, you don't have to. All right. Yeah, hold it up. Hold it up high. I call it pink. And
you can find
this
a
one,
thousand for that.
this is a great background. And it's nice. It's a nice, pretty color. Pretty paint. Thank you. All right, well, just have fun. And you can hold yours up, though. You gotta hold up the butterfly. Somebody did paint the butterfly. So cute. All right. That's it. Okay. Everybody have fun? Good, good. Thank you. All right, that's all. Fun is good. Y'all take your time. And also, too, at the end here, if everybody wants to come up and stand by mine and stand with me and somebody will take a picture, that's cool. If you want to be in the picture, you don't have to be, but you know, it's just fun to have a picture of the class. I posted it on my Instagram. The last year we had a couple of pictures. If you want to be on it, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but it was kind of fun. We had everybody's painting. It really looked cool. So, In fact, if you, okay, well, if y'all want to, y'all can come up with your paintings now if you want. Yeah, you're part of the, have fun with the part of the class. So, bring them up if you want. I would love if you do. And so, if somebody who doesn't want to be in the picture wants to take a picture, that's cool too.
Oh, should we get Steve? I think he wants to.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah, absolutely.
grab him real quick.
Yeah, come on up and don't be shy. Do you got the description there yet? Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. Yeah, yeah, sure. She liked the bird. That's what it is. She was digging her bird, so she's like, I'm just gonna do stuff. I love it. I love all your paintings. Really.
Okay, they're calling him. I think he's in his office.
Okay.
But
All
otherwise,
right. Yeah.
I asked one of them to come in here and take a picture, but
Here, let me ask
they don't listen very well.
the artist with the.
I want to be picture too.
You want to be in the picture too? Okay, let's keep painting then. You're fine. You ever had to take a picture? No. Okay, good. Well, y'all.